Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Aries for January 2025. Aries. I'm a little bit thrown off because of the sequence that I've been following, and the cards are just doing some strange things. And I'm sorry, I'm sort of offbeat here, went from one topic to another, but I'm using the Yuletide Tarot, and right now we're getting quick messages with the Eight of Gifts, which would represent the Pentacles, and the Seven of Gifts, again with the Pentacles, and the Five of Canes showing up at the bottom here. So it's work that's been either delayed or feeling like it's stuck. You're stuck in between where you should be and where you want to be, Aries. You've been going through something. I mean, this is the time of year for the something, which isn't so great because it's the Five of Canes, which would represent the Five of Swords, and it's either you are protecting yourself or you are hurting someone else, or vice versa. Either someone is hurting you or they're protecting themselves. And it could be that you're dealing with a particular group, and because it's going from 5-7 to 8 or 8-7 to 5, we're skipping a beat here. It's something that's been not so kosher, in other words, where you're feeling like you have hard choices to make. You're not wanting to go with a particular group, but you're feeling like you're stuck in between a particular person or a particular group of people. You're feeling like you're in between. And there it is with the Eight of Canes, where mindset needs to be changed, where you're thinking a lot about circumstance, thinking about what was done, if it was that you have done, and again following that instinct. This is where you're feeling stuck, like you need to get away from. And the Four of Canes, again the Four of Swords, is just that you want to separate yourself, and you're struggling a little bit with that. Starts off a lot of canes. Now we come into the Ten of Canes, so we're spiraling to the end of something. We're going from 8 to 8 to 10. So that just says it's not easy. And again, this is why I chose this deck, the Yuletide Tarot, simply for that, because it is based on having that hope in the darkest of darkest moments, and allowing for the light to come in and find you, because we need to believe that things will get better. And this is where we're in the darkest part of this season. This month of January is actually the beginning of the darkest month. But Aries, I feel like I'm stuck for words. This is where you feel you're stuck. You want to move, but you can't. You want to go forward, but you're feeling you must wait. And this is normal. This is what is to happen. But again, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, for showing up and knowing that what has come to pass, you couldn't get away from it. You couldn't avoid it. Feeling the way that you're feeling now is only going to bring you to the light. Things are going to change. Your mind is working overtime. But that is for the best, because, like I said, you're going from 7, 8 to 10. I saw in the swords, 8 in the gifts or the pentacles, 8 in the swords going to the 10. And then the deck is splitting, and we have commitment. So you're moving towards a commitment, and this is why I say it's for the best. Good things are coming. Now the spread that I'm using is it's a 5 card spread, but because I'm late, this is why I started off so choppy, because I'm late in bringing out my readings and I couldn't help that. So I decided to go with a spread that would take into consideration the last quarter of December, bringing into January to go into the first quarter of February. So we get a flow of energy that will show what you've been through to where you are now is going to bring you into the beginning of February, and with that you will see light. You'll see that you're coming out of the darkness, because this is the darkest part. And Spirit, I thank you for protecting and keeping the collective safe, and protecting me and keeping me safe. These new cards are quite enjoyable, as well as very reminiscent of Christmas gone, and some of us have had a hard time over the holiday season, and some of us have had a really wonderful time. So to incorporate both, I chose this deck, and I see how things play out. Now I choose the cards at random. So the first card, yeah. Starting off with a lot of darkness. So the 13, our death card. So transformation is what this card represents, and this is the changes that you were experiencing. So toward the end of December, coming into the very first days of January, you're feeling like things need to change, or you feeling like things have changed, or someone has changed, or you have changed. But you're feeling that something needs to let go. I need to let go of something. I need to get away from something. I need to become something more. And here with the first week coming into the second week, so pretty much on beat with where we are right now, is this 5 of gifts. So again, feeling like something isn't right, something is missing, feeling not belonging, stuck in between, coming and going, not sure if you want to stay, if you want to go, or where you are, if you want to be there, who you're with, if you're missing them, if they're not there, if you're not there. This is feeling disconnected. There's a lot of disconnection coming with this card. Then we have the Ace of Canes. So this would represent the Ace of Swords. So this would be toward the middle of the month. So within the next week or so, coming into the full moon, if you want to put a marker, we have the Ace of Swords, which would be the Ace of Canes in this deck, and there we have truth coming, or a revelation of ideas, of seeing that there is something that will change for the better, or you'll have news of it, or you'll talk of it, or someone will speak to you about it. Something that has to change is developing slowly. You're overcoming, and the truth of that will come to pass. And then we have at the end of January the stars. So again, all that hope that I was talking about, where you're seeing a reason, you're seeing the future, you're seeing your way clear now. Where you're feeling stuck, toward the end of the month, you will feel things open up and brighten up. The light will shine for you. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. So the hope, that light, that things are opening up, and there will be change. That change will formulate and show itself, and things are going to clear up. In other words, you see where you need to be, and you get there. And we have the Knight of Gifts. So it's a slow process going into February, but it's a momentum that's going to build up, because you're moving towards that light, as I was saying. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Gifts, so the Two of Coins or Pentacles. Again, to show that things will come into balance, that you need to make a choice between one or another, or something and another. And then, of course, we have the Moon, which shows that you follow your instincts to make that choice. And then, of course, the Emperor shows that you become from the Knight, you move toward the Emperor. So you have that responsibility. And then the Four of Candles, which brings in that sense of family, feeling at home, feeling like you belong. And then the Eight of Good Cheer. So it's a sense of wanting something different and having it, and being that it is understood that where you've been and where you're going is just not the same. It's going to be completely different than where you've been. You're coming into the light. You're moving toward more. You're going into what would be spring when we come up to February. It's going to bring you in. We're going to see more. Oh, I should do the elaboration, because I'm going to do elaboration on the heart of January here. But that's just it. See, the Eight of Cups is bringing you away from whatever it was that was making you feel stuck. You're getting to open up and be more adventurous and have more responsibility and have more possibility with the Star. So we'll take a couple of cards for each section of January. So I call it by a 2-week section, simply because we're moving into February with the flow. And here we have the King of Good Cheer. So the King of Cups with our Five of Pentacles. So having that courage to face whatever it is that was bringing you down, or making you feel like you didn't belong, or giving you that stuck feeling between worlds or between people or places. You put it to your situation where the courage, that courage to step forward, that know-how, that experience, that having the experience of coming through, letting things go and accepting things for what they are, is pretty much where this King of Cups or King of Good Cheer comes in. And that brings in with the Six of Swords. So you get to move away from whatever it was that was discomforting or disquieting within or with other people. You get to move away from that. And that's what's happening as you get this read. This is where you're going to feel, if you haven't felt it already, you're starting to feel, or will start to feel, that you'll be able to move away and have some clarity, have some truth come in with this Ace of Swords here, where you feel that you're overcoming something. And that brings into the King of Candles. So it would be the King of Wands in traditional deck. This card would represent the King of Wands, and he is very productive. He's very enthusiastic. He's looking on the positive side. So coming out of that negativity is a question of another week or so, depending on your circumstance. But from the end of January, you're going to feel that things are lightening up and the way is being cleared, and you have the possibility. Plus you're moving in with a new plan, and that shows here with our Knight. But he is the man who creates the plan. He's the innovator. He's the one who backs up everyone. With the Knight of Good Cheer, so again, it is to bring in that enthusiasm and to fuel that courage, that passion to move forward and make a proposal, or accept one in some cases, depending on your situation, if it is that you're waiting for one, or if you want to make that offer to someone. But the opportunity is coming, and you'll feel that toward the middle of the month. I would say near the full moon, or just about the full moon, or just after the full moon. Here we have the Star. So let's take a couple of cards to elaborate on the hope and the light that is going to shine toward the end of the month. And it's a new beginning. So whether you make the proposal or whether you accept that proposal, it is a new beginning. And the faith that you have in agreeing to make the proposal or accept the proposal, because that's what's coming. If something is coming your way where it is going to set you off on a new start, on a fresh outlook, where you're faith and your hope and what you've been wanting is coming your way. You're feeling it, and you're going to go with it, because now you're going to see that the doors are opening up for you, and you want to go with your instinct. You want to choose, and you will choose, because you're wanting this to come. You're waiting for it to come. You've been waiting for it to come, and it's something you felt that would never come. It will be like a little miracle happening for you toward the end of the month, Aries. Look into your situation as to what it is that you really want, and what you've done, and what you're hoping is coming your way, and see that you will have the choice. The opportunity will present itself. And I'll take a couple of cards for first week, because this will bring into the first and second week of February. And here we have holding back. So not ready to jump just yet, wanting to take your time, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Gifts will represent. That it is a question of, it's valuable, very valuable, the idea in itself, the plan, but it's not ready yet. And that is where you're going to hold back for a bit, and then you're going to celebrate that moment in the right time. Again, it is to bring things back into order, to set things right on the path that you've chosen, the new path that you're going to follow, because you're moving into that. Again, all of what you've been through, that stuck feeling, it's coming down, it's breaking itself down, and you're going to move into brighter days. So we're going to use the Season of the Witch Yule Oracle for guidance for January. Let's see what, I keep picking these cards up upside down. Let's see what message of guidance Spirit has to offer for Aries for January 2025. It's merriment. So there you go. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the poinsettia. You see, oh, this is beautiful, because this represents the 13, this card. Isn't that incredible that Spirit is right on to what you're going through, and every second, every moment counts, because you have to deal with that dilemma of change. You have to dig deep and go in with what you have hope for and what you believe in order to have the doors open up for you, so that you can celebrate. And you will. If you haven't already prepared that celebration to come in, it's on its way, Aries. So we're going to look into what joy, what glee beams from the sounds of voices, uplifting the webs of sorrow, glimmering as if no tomorrow. So something good is coming your way. It is either you are bringing in a proposal or someone else is bringing it to you. But things are shifting, and it is a question of allowing the time to pass so that you can let it go. Whatever it was that was bringing you into that place of stuck, you're going to be unstuck very naturally. It is victory is coming your way with that ace, and you feel that within the next weeks coming up, and you're going to celebrate. And for the bottom of the deck here we have the poinsettia, which is cast the shadows, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. And again, you've been through quite a bit, whatever it was, that sense of feeling of loss, or just being that the celebratory time is not a celebratory time, or wasn't a celebratory time for you. It is passing, and the light is coming in, and spring will come, and then you will celebrate. In your own way, you will celebrate. On that note, Aries, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.